Yes, I am a filmmaker. I class myself as a filmmaker. I'm an amateur filmmaker, but I'm still a filmmaker. I have made a number of films, so I'm a filmmaker. Peter McKinnon, quite a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, he started this series of Filmmaker Reacts to like crazy Hollywood techniques and stuff, and he hasn't done it since. So let's go and watch the video. This is a scene that I have seen before. It's in Children of Men, and they did like a one-shot sort of thing inside a car, where there's 4 or 5 people in the car being chased by whoever they're being chased by. I've not watched the film myself, or series, or whatever it is. But I was always intrigued with how they actually got the camera in the car with enough space to have all the actors in. They make a car.
Basically without a cut.
The camera seemingly defies physics by floating around the interior of a car, catching all of the action, from fleeting bad guys to gruesome deaths. This was achieved with a specially designed car, which had the roof removed.
So they removed the roof of the car and built this extra bit up here. There's that bit up there, that white bit, is where the rest of the rig is. And then the camera goes down into the car, and then someone's controlling it from outside the car to spin it around in a 360-degree angle, degree turn. I don't get how do people just come up with these random ideas?
This was achieved with a specially designed car, which had the roof removed and a man driving at one end of it like a go-kart, while the crew sat around the action. The actors' movements were carefully choreographed to work around the camera.
And basically,
well, they'd have to be.
In this configuration, we can put the camera anywhere inside of this moving vehicle and be able to look around 360 out the window and never see any rigging or be bothered by any obstructions.
The car seats had to work on hinges.
Look, wait, hold on. So she, at the moment, is lying down because the camera's going across from her, and then sit it back up again when she's in the right position. Imagine trying to be these actors where the camera goes past your head, and so it's looking at you and you're sat up and you're doing your acting, you're like, oh, I'm scared, whatever. And the camera goes past your head, and to leave enough room for the camera to go behind you, you have to then do this and wait for the camera to do its thing but above you, and then as it's going past, you have to do this, ow, and then carry on acting as if nothing had happened. I would have made just so many bloopers in this, I would have laughed too much, I think. But that is mad. And they said that someone else was driving it at the front. Where's this? Go away. So, wait, they've got, oh, so in this there's a reverse scene. So obviously they've got a guy at the front driving the car forward, and then they've also got a guy at the back who pulls the car backwards. They've got the camera rig at top, which allows the camera to go inside. They've got people, the actors in the front have to do this with the bloody chairs to allow the camera movement. And then there's this other geezers here, which are either second camera operators for when the camera leaves the car, or they're just safety people, I don't know. But that's an insane technique as well, to be fair. That's problem solving at its finest. The next one we're gonna watch is this scene from Mission Impossible, which I know a lot of people have reacted to before, but I just think it's really weird to think about the fact that he's jumping out and the camera, has he got a camera on his head? This man is skydiving with a camera attached to his head, a cinematography camera attached to his head to film Tom Cruise.
Falling at 200 miles an hour.
Look, that's just stupid. He's got a camera on his head. How do you just chill there like this, swimming in the air with a cinematic camera attached to your head? Wait, how does he know what he's shooting? I just realized, how can he see?
So that he lands exactly 3 feet away from the camera with 20,000 feet beneath him. The risk of a mid-air collision we were really concerned about.
There's always a ticking clock in filming a movie, but it's not usually the Earth flying up towards you.
Oh yeah, there's that as well. Like you have to get the shot you want in a certain time frame, because obviously you've got to set the parachute off when you get to a certain distance. Does the rest of the video explain how they could see what they were shooting? Because you'd think if he's got a camera on his head, he has to concentrate on what he's looking at, so he's not able to actually see what he's got in shot.
Halo jump is high altitude, low open.
Military jump out 25,000 feet.
Opening a chute below 2,000 feet.
And sneak into a foreign country without being detected. That's the idea of Halo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We had to develop a special helmet that is both a prop and a life-saving device.
They made the helmet especially.
Was building a wind machine that was large enough for us to be able to rehearse. So we built one of the world's largest wind tunnels.
Jesus.
Would require over 100 jumps to get the scene.
We needed the UAV.
100
Had they not
jumps.
stepped in, we would not have been able to accomplish the sequence.
We've been doing 5 jumps a day out of the Twin Otter. In the afternoons, we'll do 3 C-17 jumps, and it's challenging.
This is literally, they're literally risking their life for the shot. I know stuntmen do it a lot anyway, but they're jumping out of a plane, plummeting towards Earth at a high speed to get a shot for a film that I don't think was a massively long sequence, especially if it's an hour and a half, 2 hour film. This sequence is not going to be any longer than a few minutes. This is why I want to get into filmmaking and be part of this set. That's just insane. Imagine if I could be that camera operator that's jumping out of a plane to shoot Tom Cruise falling towards Earth. That would just be a mad story to tell.
The light has to be perfect. We only get 1 shot a day.
We have to shoot it
And
as
that.
close to sunset as we can. So we
Oh, that as well. As soon as they've jumped out, if they don't get the shot, they've got to wait until the next day to try again. And if the weather's terrible, they've got to postpone it even longer or retry it. And they can't retry the same day because then the sunset will be gone. There's so many things that go into this.
exactly 3 minutes every day to get the shot.
3 minutes a
You
day.
can't just get on the plane and go. You have to spend 20 minutes on the ground breathing pure oxygen so that you don't get decompression sickness. The plane has to climb to 25,000 feet. All of the lighting turns from white to red. We're talking about Tom jumping out of a plane that's traveling at 165 miles an hour.
Jesus. I don't think they got to explain how they were able to visualize the shot. I think it's probably just luck. Like they just jumped out, they just had to trust the cameraman / skydiver that he's getting the shot. I think it should be easy said than done. If you rig it correctly, if you're looking at the person, you know that if you're looking too head on, that the camera is probably just above them. So it's just a case of looking a little bit further down. You can kind of guess and estimate, especially if you've been doing this for a very long time, you kind of get to know what the camera's looking at just based off where the lens is facing. So, but that's just insane as well. That's stupid. And then we come to this scene, which again has been reacted to quite a bit, but it's because they moved the set, I believe. So this is in a series called Kidding. And let's just get on and watch this, shall we?
Clear 1. Clear 2.
Look how many people there are.
Camera. Door 1.
But I think this is showing the process of time development. Yeah, so now it's daytime. Same TV program though, apparently. Jim Carrey.
Camera.
Is it showing her moving? I don't know the point of the scene, but it looks like he's showing her moving.
3.
Yeah, changes the day again. And now she's breaking through a wall. Oh, so that's not her. I just realized that's a body double. That's not her.
1.
Oh yeah. Wait, yeah. Okay, so a double has come in with the hammer to pretend to be her, so that she can then be seen come through. Oh, I didn't notice that either.
That's it.
Puppy has no clue what's going on, and now she's gonna lob the dog over, change clothes, plants and stuff coming in. Oh, let's an upgraded TV now. Oh, and now there's loads of people there. Oh, that's all changed. Changing clothes again. Oh, the older dog now. While she's doing yoga. I didn't even notice them change the TV. It's just so hard to watch two at the same time. Wait, was that another double? Doing yoga? Oh wait, where's yoga happening? Over here.
Ricky.
It is, isn't it? It's another double. Yeah, because that's her. So that's another double doing yoga. Why did they decide to do this all in one shot though? Jesus, she's racked up one hell of an electric bill leaving that TV on that the whole time. I want to know what the actual scene looked like.
It's the part of you that no one can see. But you know it's there, and I do too. That's the part of you that no one can take away. Because that's the part of you that's really you.
Yeah, see, yeah, so they had to do the whole, they did the whole sound design.
Shiny new shoes.
Jim Carrey's voice seems to be the most prominent to try and hide anything. Going from a complete empty slate and having to do all that sound design is just annoying. Like, even I've done it, but I've done it because the audio sounded terrible, so I've had to get rid of it and add stuff in. Music obviously helps, and having Jim Carrey in the background talking obviously helps because they're louder than everything else. So there are some things that you might miss without realizing you missed it, but stuff like putting the plant pot on the side, her footsteps, all of that, they would have had to most likely reshoot and record the Foley separately to make sure they get it correct. Because if you just download sound effects, then it doesn't always work out, and I know that because I've done that. That's really well done. I've worked on sets before, but we never did anything like that, but that's just cool. That's the magic of filmmaking in Hollywood or wherever. It's just, it really gets your creative gears going to think of solutions for problems or just cool looking shots. But yeah, Hollywood techniques.